audio on demand from Vision Christian Media.
Exploring faith and the future. Neil Johnson and Bible teacher Dr. Camille Majdali.
We have been taking our time and unpacking some amazing thoughts on the life of the biblical character of Sampson and focusing on his weaknesses and now his strengths. There is a sense here, Camille, that if we're going to be talking about strengths and seeing ourselves in the likeness of Sampson, then we need to be able to do some of those things that will enable strength to come. What was so significant about the way that strength came into the life of Sampson?
All right, well, the life of Sampson was a life of empowerment, but he also had to grapple with personal weakness, including his love of strange women who he shouldn't have been with in the first place, biblically prohibited women. Anyway, to become strong, we need to know a few things. We learned before that to be strong, we have to know God. But there's something else. In order to be strong, we have to wait on God. There's a wonderful passage in Isaiah 40 and verse 31. It's a promise I've held on to for many years, and it's tested as fine steel. It comes through the fire. Isaiah 40:31 reads, "But they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run and not be weary, and they shall walk and not faint." Preceding this verse, Neil, it says that even the youth shall faint and be weary, and the young men shall utterly fall, which is absurd sounding in one sense, because when you're youthful and when you're a young man in particular, that's when you're at the peak of physical strength. But like Sampson, youth past and present are plagued with personal weakness, unbridled lust, and maybe they like pornography, or maybe they have an active sex life, or maybe they are in one relationship after another, and none of this makes them strong. It does the opposite, because a lot of it is based on sin, and sin weakens, debilitates, and then destroys. But here is the solution, and it doesn't even matter your age. You can become strong or renewed again. The key is waiting upon God. This in itself is a teaching. But waiting upon God for our brief purposes here is to come to God, spend time with God, and basically you don't budge till God says move.
Is it fair to say, Camille, that Sampson, in all of the ups and downs, like a roller coaster in his life, that there was a certain sense in which he knew that God had a purpose for him, and that his ability to wait on God, even though he has such glaring weaknesses, was able to see the strength of God in his life?
Well, yes, he did wait on God. It doesn't say explicitly he did, but when he prayed at the temple of Dagon in Gaza, I mean, that was like a form of waiting on God. He was looking to God to download some strength to him in his hour of greatest need. And what he did, I don't obviously recommend, but he was willing to die with the Philistines to avenge himself of his 2 eyes, and basically to fulfill the mission that God put in his life before he was even born. He was given to God before he was born for great purposes. And what happened in that temple coming down started because he prayed to God, he looked to God, he, quote unquote, waited on God. And God took him at his hour of greatest weakness and renewed his strength.
Faith and the Future with Neil Johnson and Dr. Camille Majdali from Teach All Nations. For more from Dr. Majdali, including books and DVDs on prophecy, Bible commentaries, plus today's and other episodes of Faith and the Future, go to vision.org.au.
Thanks for taking time to listen to this audio on demand from Vision Christian Media. To find out more about us, go to vision.org.au.